Welcome to Tips and Trips for helping you remember the unit circle. First of all, the angles. I don't really have any tricks for that. Starts at 0, ends at 360, and you need to know that it goes up by 30. And then 15 to the 45 and 15 and 30 and 30 and 15 and 15 and 30. And you can kind of do that pattern. Radians. The radians, there's a few different patterns here. Some people memorize that it's 6, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 6, like that. Other things to notice is that the sixes make like a rectangle right here. These 4 points have sixes, and the threes on the bottom make a rectangle like this, vertical rectangle, and the fours make a square rectangle. So when you're all done creating your rectangle, you can kind of just double check that the denominators match. For the coordinate points, there's 2 different tricks that I know of. And that is if you start out here at the 0, it goes 1, 2, 3, and this one goes 1, 2, 3. If you look at just the tops, that's a quick trick. The other way to remember which one of these is which, you kind of have to know that it's the square root of something over 2. And then there's this hand trick. So if you were to put your hand up here, there's my lovely hand. I'm sure you love it. That's my pinky there on the end. Anyway, so if you put your hand up and line up your thumb with the y-axis and your pinky with the x-axis, and you have these 3 fingers here, if you hold down your 4th finger, if you put this finger down, then how many fingers are up here? 3. And how many fingers are down here? 1. So this point has the 3 first and the 1 second. And then you can put the square root over 2 and the square root over 2. But what's the square root of 1? It's just 1. So that can give you your points. If you hold down your middle finger, instead you have 2 before it and 2 after it. So you get square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2. And if you hold down your pointer finger, you get 1 first, 3 second. So it just can help you remember, mostly between these 2, which one comes first, the square root of 3 over 2 or the 1/2. All the rest of these points down here are reflections of the same points with the signs changed. So in the first quadrant, everything's positive. In the second quadrant, you need to make sure all of the x coordinates are negative. In the third quadrant, everything's negative. And in the fourth quadrant, all these y coordinates should be negative. So when you're all done filling it in, those are some things to check for. And that's all we've got.